to Fiasco First Friday in this spicy, hot, sweaty, kind of humid July. I am your host and Fiasco Chaos Coordinator, Jen Vaughn. My pronouns are she, they. Fiasco, as you may or may not know, this could be your first time, and welcome. Have a seat, get some snacks. Be prepared to choke on those snacks, though, because it's going to get funny. Fiasco is a game by Jason Morningstar, published by Bully Pulpit Games, and it's about these characters that me and my wonderful guests have created that have high ambition and low impulse control. And tonight, we are using the setting of Rainbow Mountain, a beautiful, goaty, glowy, and rosy world full of occult. I will briefly describe how the game is played, and then my guests will introduce themselves and their character. And if you ever have a question about how the game is played, feel free to ask in chat. Maybe highlight it as well so it's a little bit easier to see, but we are happy to answer your questions. So in Fiasco, it's split up into 2 acts. So, and those acts each have a scene in them. We will each, the 4 of us, it's essentially a GM-less game as well, a very easy pick up and play. So I'm just here to sort of like, make sure that we, end on time. But we'll be playing in these scenes as our characters. So say it is Josh's turn to be in a scene. He can choose to either capital E, establish the scene, so what's happening, sort of the opening shot of a movie, and who else will be in that scene. Or you can choose to capital R, resolve it. So you want to pick a positive or negative outcome for your character. Sometimes we sort of will stop the scene and be like, okay, I want it to be positive, or we feel like it's going a certain way for a character, and then we can continue the scene, and sometimes we do it at the end. It's sort of how organic the scene feels, and any of us at any point can end a scene as well. It does help if it kind of, sometimes there's like a pithy one-liner, or like, maybe there's something a little cliffhangery, or someone else new is walking in. But again, you'll see us have a lot of fun while we're doing this. But you may have noticed that I mentioned positive and negative outcomes for our characters. A positive outcome for a character might be a negative for others, and the reverse. But also, because the name is called Fiasco and not Jolly Fun Times, the coins rarely land face up for these characters. So, speaking of these characters, I would love for each of you to tell us who you are in real life, your pronouns, and maybe the reason why your character and their name is looking for wanted to join a cult. And we'll start with you, Josh, and we'll go counterclockwise.
Hi folks, I'm Josh. My pronouns are he, him. I am oh no. I run do I talk about me, or do I talk about just me character? Oh, okay, great. Okay, yeah. So I'm Josh. I run a site called IntelliGame, where we play games and host critical discussions where we learn about ourselves and the world around us through games. And today I am playing Labrador. Labrador is he's just looking for someone to follow, like the retreat. Yeah, like the retreat. That's where we're going, or at least that's what it looks like. Because, well, who knows? Who knows where this all could pan out? But yeah, right now we're just trying to look like a good boy.
Intrigue, excellent, very nice. Okay, and Porna.
Hi, my name is Purna. My pronouns are she, her. In real life, although what is that? I write and edit TTRPGs and attempt to wear some other hats. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. In game, I am Feather Dreamcatcher. And I have decided to join this cult because it's not really a cult. It's it's an approach to living your life in the best way you can, And my friend here, whose name I totally know, but I want them to say themselves, was the one who led me into the light, led all of us into the light. So over to you, person masquerading as Vanna.
Wait, I had a quick question. Sorry, Porna. Feathered Dreamcatcher
Sorry.
is your character's name?
Yes.
Okay, and what are their pronouns? if they use them.
She, they.
Great name. All right, and Vanna. Vanna, for me.
No, it's actually Vanna.
Oh, okay.
So, but I respond to basically everything. So call me what you want. Just don't call me late for dinner.
All right. Well, we got the dad joke. We got the dad
camaraderie.
joke. Yeah.
Kicked out of regular society. And that's why we're
But yes, I'm Vanna. My pronouns are she, her. I stream full time on Twitch at twitch.tv/Vanna, VANA, and on all the socials at Havanarama, HAVANARAMA. And today I'll be playing, I wanted to say Michael Sarah, Michael Tree, who is the founder of Rainbow Mountain. And I'm assuming this is a cult born from that one unicorn video where they go to Candy Mountain. So that will certainly be in play. And Michael is lucky to have not only a right hand, but a left hand as well. And is very supported in his journey to garner followers and destroy life savings.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, I'm sure we'll get into that life savings.
Yeah.
So yeah. I love it. Yeah, and we can all. I mean, yeah, we keep dropping hints about everything that's in the cult as well. But yeah, I definitely think.
Oh, and him for Michael.
Oh yeah, thank you. Sorry, that was going to be my next question. Sweet. All right. Oh, and my character's name that I definitely thought of while you all were speaking, is so yes. Oh, yeah, and also the reason. So I'm not like a mortal. I'm not like these other people. I'm a incorporeal being who is sent to Rainbow Mountain to help shine a light on all the good work that Michael's doing. And I know that what I will do here will be very good for everyone else. And I'm simply referred to as the being. So but who will be femme presenting. Oh, but yeah, I'm definitely not a human pretending to be an otherworldly creature to bilk people of their money. So, as well. All right, excellent. Now that we've got that out of the way, I will. So we will transcend time, reality, and space, and or ascend, if you will, up to the Rainbow Mountain. That is more than a place; it is an idea. We are called back to this land, escaping toxic cities and a diseased way of life. Our residents here seek to build a utopia on the perfect acres of mountain land, far from the troubles of the modern world. But trouble always has a way of sniffing out the fault lines of power, sex, and ambition, even when the power is over a bureaucratic committee. And the ambition could involve a yogurt maker and maybe a dairy goat or two. There's some goats on this farm. So, does anyone want to go first or be the star of the first scene? It is okay if you do not. Or does anyone? And you can choose to pick your outcome, and everyone else has to come up with the establishing part as well. Or I have one. I can go for. Oh, sorry, Josh. Yes, Josh. No, please.
I was gonna voluntold. I wasn't gonna. I was just like. I was like, I just feel like a cult leader, that might lead the cult.
You were going to volunteer me to go first.
I was like, I didn't want to do the
just
thing.
met you today. The audacity.
Be the tree.
Oh no.
Be the tree.
This escalated so quickly.
Give us roots.
Who gave you that tattoo? Are you in a tattoo parlor? Do you own a tattoo gun?
Yes, that's totally what happened and not this.
Ooh.
No, Jen, I would love to hear your suggestion.
Okay.
Please.
All right. It was going to be a scene with you. Or sorry,
Who
with
is you?
sorry. I was getting to it, but I was trying to remember your middle name, Michael Saratree. And Vanna and the being. But it's where you are you are in your I think we probably have cabins here at Rainbow Mountain.
Oh yeah, lots of bunk beds.
Yeah, lots of, except for you, obviously. You've got like a
Well, I've got a bunk bed, but I always get top on.
you get top on. You don't think you have your own like mega yurt or something? You're essentially glamping.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've got a mega year and I've got a king size bunk bed, and I sleep on the top, but nobody sleeps in the bottom.
Okay.
Or whoever's my right hand that day maybe gets to sleep in the bottom of my special bunk bed.
They get bunk privileges. Absolutely.
They get bottom privileges.
Bottom privileges with these farts. Excellent. Okay.
And I wiggle a lot, so it's actually not a privilege. It's a bad sleep, but
All right.
Squeaky metal bunk bed.
yeah, me and my 8 wives.
Mhm. All right. So Vanna, I was hoping for maybe a little start of the scene
Yes.
where you are actually on the phone with me. You don't know who I am. Well, you're rejecting me from the cult, actually. You have found fault within me somehow.
Oh no! What if?
I don't know, probably no money was the
What
thing.
if? Oh right.
Yeah.
Well,
Like-
we have no corporeal form. What I'm understanding is that. And
Yeah,
I
no,
think, can I suggest it's actually not a phone.
Oh, yeah, please.
It's a tin can and there's a string, and the string, I'm holding one tin can and the string goes through the door, and you are holding the other tin can, and I'm talking into the tin can and then listening.
That totally works for me.
So you're
Okay.
actually just standing outside the super yurt, but
Yep.
we're on the phone.
Yep. Okay.
Because
Okay.
technology is forbidden here, unless unless it's my smartphone,
Right, of course. Yeah.
which I only use for Clash of Clans.
All right. Okay. So Sir Michael Sarah Tree, Sir Tree, I was just wondering like what the deal was with my application, because I sent in multiple pieces of paperwork. I sent you all my bank information, my RIB, my IBAN, all this stuff, and I just haven't gotten the sacred the sacred feather in the mail.
Yeah. What was your name again?
Debbie Uppers.
Wait, are they lying?
That's their real human name.
Oh, okay, you looked around like that. You're like, okay.
Can you
hear
see me? How? I thought this was a long distance phone call.
It is long because the realm within my mega yurt is a different dimension. But let me see. You hear just some really chaotic paper rustling. And then he picks up his end of the tin can and goes, yes, Debbie Uppers, your bank statements were quite despondent.
But I'm a very hard worker. And I did send you everything I already had. So it's just sort of wondering.
Right, which I've already spent on Clash of Clans.
On Clash of what?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, are you starting another cult? Like a fight club? That's what it sounded like.
Well, we always need to be prepared for some sort of spiritual war. So that it's more of a training for the existing. I'm sharpening my martial instincts. And that costs money, and I've already blown through your life savings.
Well, so I'm in, is what I'm hearing. Okay.
No. So, but it's all gone. So, what do you have left as penance? Now that you're, here, could be here. A tithe, an offering.
I think I have something I could do. Something that could instill.
I already
the
have
belief-
8 wines.
It's not that.
Okay.
Calm down.
Okay. Well, okay. I just wanted to be upfront about how super married I am.
We get it. We get it. You get it. All right.
I get it.
Yes. Yes. 8 ways of Sunday. Got it. No.
I don't
It's more like
understand that joke. Is it a joke?
a little bit. It also
I'm
says
very humorous.
I can hear it. I can hear it in your voice. It's like you're smiling constantly because you're laughing at your own jokes, which is always the sign of a good comedian.
So what is your offering?
There's probably a few people in your flock, army. I couldn't quite tell what the
I liked flock. That sounded nice.
Okay. Sorry. Again, I can't see your face, so there's no facial cues for me. But there's something called active listening, which maybe I should teach you about as part of the things. Anyway, sorry, no. There may be a few people that are questioning their space in your community, and if you are who you say you are, which we all know you are, of course.
Who is doing this?
I don't. No. I'm just saying it's always possible. So maybe I
Is
can.
it Feather? Feather would never. It was a rhyme.
That's one of the treeisms, isn't it?
Yes, if something rhymes, it means it's an omen.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Excellent.
I would like to just say
You can also interrupt the scene too if you want.
Yeah,
Like character.
I would like to just say, if it's possible, that Feather is standing right in front of the being Debbie Uppers, kind of like she was holding the other end of the tin can and handing it to whoever was outside. So Feather is standing in front of you like, mm-hmm.
No, it wasn't Feather. Although now I don't know who it would be.
Labrador.
No,
demoted to my left hand.
No. Okay, so some of the others, the we'll call
Jill.
them. Yeah, exactly. Those
Jill is a doubter.
People. Right. Yeah, and what I'm trying to say is I could come in and then just sort of like act
Kill
like
Jill. Another rhyme. It must be foretold. Yes. I will allow you in the cult if you do away with Jill, the non-believer.
Okay, I'll do my thing, and you'll just know it's me. How about that? and then she and Debbie tries to like slam the can, like slam the phone on her fist. She's like doesn't know what to do, and just gets like a metal cut.
Ow!
And that's that could be where the scene ends. So
beautiful.
All right.
So the being is officially invited into the cult, but under the pretenses that they will kill Jill.
Apparently, yes. Yeah, kill Jill. We've reversed
Kill Jill
yeah,
volume 4, as Josh said.
So for you three, you get to then choose how you think that went for my character.
I think that went great. You got what you wanted. You're in the cult. All you got to do is kill a person, or make it look like you did.
I would agree. I would say I think it's going to have a positive outcome for Jen. I think the being's positive outcome may be a not so positive outcome for Michael, but yeah.
All right.
For Michael.
Perfect. Also, I love that we forgot to add I'm passing the blame to everybody. No, me. I forgot to add the needs after we went live because I got so into this cult. I got so excited.
Oh.
This is the second time it's happened.
Well, I need in-game currency for Clash of Clans.
Okay, yeah. So, oh my gosh. Okay. So, I'm very sorry. I just got so excited about this one because it's always a good one. Okay, so I'm gonna pull a couple of let's see, I'm gonna pull a couple of needs. Got them out. Okay, maybe not that one. We got enough of those. Sorry, Michael. And we'll have a couple of objects, so we'll be able to choose from those. And Porna, since you had to hold the phone, you get to choose our location. And it doesn't, again, not everything happens here. It's just something that we can use for the scenes.
I would 100% choose Rainbow City.
Okay, that's okay. Sweet. All right, Josh, you will choose one of the needs we will put on the board. And I got some more coming up. Beep, 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 beep.
To rebel by organizing a coup.
Okay.
That's why.
Classic
Obviously.
Labrador.
That's
Yeah,
why.
exactly. All right,
This is not retriever energy.
This is over the course of the course of the game.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little coup as a treat.
Mm-hmm. So this would be great. Michael, I'm sorry, Van. Yeah, you've become Michael.
Thank you.
What's the other need we want? Which would be great if you picked this one. No.
So, which one? Which one do you want me to pick?
I said it'd be great if you picked respect for Michael Tree as yourself. No, I'm kidding.
Honestly, hilarious to get respect from Michael. I just want to respect myself.
Mhm.
Um,
Let's remove that one.
are these the
Michael, Sarah,
only-
Scott Tree. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
to rebel by bringing forbidden items into the community. Oh, I guess I do have my my smartphone with Clash of Clans on it.
But yeah, that's for you. You're not using it to like. Well, I guess that's what forbidden objects would be used for.
Get
is, like,
even with the
personal
bastard who broke the yogurt machine.
Here we go.
Um,
Nope, that's a yogurt shop again.
I starting a yogurt shop. There's a lot of yogurt themes going on here.
It's the whole like there are these goats on a mountain in the goat, Rainbow Mountain. So
One Piece band.
oh, that's a bad pun.
I don't even get it.
Like a one-man band.
I
think.
just was thinking about anime.
Yeah, One Piece. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
One
Or
Piece
One Punch-
themed
Or
band.
One Punch Man. Yeah.
The band has one song and it's 847 episodes long and still going.
So it's a Godspeed You Black Emperor song.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying? I'm just gonna go with to rebel by bringing forbidden items in the community. I think I preach anti-technology, but my ultimate goal is to finance my Clash of Clans addiction. So I'm rebelling against my own service.
Mhm.
Ooh,
I heard
I have a
an ooh.
suggestion. When people join the cult, I think you
Were you
can
gonna
have
say
them.
the C word?
Listen, it's 6 a.m. Okay.
Oh, no. Why is it 6 a.m.?
This
Have
is
you
also my
been
question.
kidnapped by a rich person?
I can neither confirm nor deny, but so I would just like to say that, yeah, I think whenever someone joins the cult, that you require them to sacrifice their most prized kitchen appliance.
Ooh. I love it.
And then so you get to like decide like whether to resell it on eBay or whatever, or keep it in your
keep it.
yurt. Yeah.
Okay, so my yurt has a lot of high-end kitchen appliances.
They're mostly
Yes.
pasta makers, but yeah, no.
It's a lot
Yeah,
of
and
those. What are those
There's an ice
mixers
cream
that are
maker,
so?
The Vitamix.
stand mixer.
Yeah. What's
Oh,
the
yeah.
brand? Everybody, it's like $500.
I'm
the
thinking,
one.
I'm thinking of Vitamix.
KitchenAid.
Oh, KitchenAid.
Oh, but
KitchenAid.
also a Vitamix, of course, a Vitamix,
Okay. All right.
and a food
Do both.
processor the size of my torso. For some reason.
Okay.
I don't even cook.
Okay, who would like to go
Satisfying.
next in a scene? Who's feeling it?
I volunteer Josh.
I think that's only fair.
That's fair.
I
Yeah.
think that's only
All right. So who would you like your first scene to be with?
as the cult leader directs. I feel like Porna. We could. There's probably a discussion that we're having about who is
Sure.
currently right hand. Perhaps there was perhaps there's a reason that you are on phone duty right now. And
I think it's because Michael trusts. But okay. I think we're having. If you want to have a discussion, where do you want to have this discussion?
let's see. I feel like we should. What if we were having a conversation before, like, you're on your way to phone duty? So like we're both walking
Sure.
on our way to the mega yurt, and it seems
Mhm.
like it's we're on our way to the mega yurt because you're on phone duty and I'm supposed to go have a conversation with Michael.
Mhm.
Seem
Okay. Cool.
seem solid.
Yeah, I think maybe we take like the circuitous route. Like, I think there's a lake nearby, and then there's like, so you have to take kind of like the kind of bank of the river is lake river thing is kind of part of the driveway up to the mega yurt, you know?
Mhm.
And then so we're walking up the thing, and it's always kind of like a toss up whether one of us is going to push the other one into the lake in the morning when we're walking to our duties. Yeah. So if I'm walking to phone duty, what duty do you think you're walking to? Lab, if that is your real name.
Is that wait, is this an in-game question or is this a setup question? If it's
Setup.
Oh, okay. Okay. I would say I'm going to find work assignments to distribute to the rest of the cult for the day, because obviously
So I get to
we all need to be busy. Mhm.
sure. So I get to hold the mouthpiece, but you get to be the mouth. Is that what you're saying?
That's probably how I'd market it. Mhm.
Okay, cool. Okay, so we're walking along the driveway up to the mega yurt. And yeah, so how do you think we decide? Do you think we like play patty cake? Like, how do you think we decide every morning who's doing well?
I feel like it's just I feel like we're just kind of debating it back and forth, and then it's dictated via Michael just at random. So it's like a bickering,
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm thinking dance battle. I think dance battle is how we decide
Okay.
every morning. Yeah.
So we're walking alongside the water, the sweat coming from the dance battle.
Sure.
Dude, cool. Well, I'm just saying, obviously the form that I was able to put together for my backflip, I think it just it just kind of proves why I'm out there amongst the cult, because I just my perfect form is such a great representation of the ideals of Rainbow Mountain, and it's hard to be the right hand, but somebody's got to do it.
Whatever, darling. Only one of us has the tree tattoo. Okay. It's fine. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's going to be maybe the reason I'm the left hand is because when everyone else goes away, I'm the one that's left. And then
I mean,
sort of like,
yeah, I think that's fine. I mean, you can be left while I'm right, because I tend to be right. But I mean, frankly, and we both need to be here to be able to serve Michael and the the rest of the community. I mean, that's really what we're here for, right? It just happened to be that one of us is a little bit more right more often. That's okay. You think the water's looking kind of pretty clean today? Have you taken a nice look at the water?
You,
Maybe.
you know the thing. The thing with feathers is they tend to float. So, I don't know if you are feeling chill, but you're about to get, and then they'll push you into the water.
Okay. So and just like fall in, but then it turns out that this is a particularly shallow portion of the river. So it's like I'm ready to like completely fall into the lake, and instead I just like slam my butt on the ground, and so I'm sitting here in like shallow water, and I'm like, well, I guess that's
Are the forms okay?
I
Yeah.
I don't know. I will have to check my pocket. Well, interesting. All the forms are wet now. That's a great use of our morning, isn't it? That's wonderful.
I guess your form might have been off. Anyway.
It sounds like somebody's got some jealousy left. But that's okay. It's fine. I'll go take care of it. Don't you have like a phone to go hold or something over there?
Don't you have a distance to put between you and the yurt? Because obviously Michael wanted me close at hand for any important business.
Well,
And sometimes that looks like holding a tin can up to somebody's face. What can I say?
Well, I think you better go get to it. I like try to look as strong as I can with a soaked behind, and toddle off to go get new papers.
Perfect. That seems like a great place for the scene to end with your wet behind.
I don't know. I was like PG-13. What can you say on?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, I can only imagine it looks like you peed out your butt. That's all I can.
Yeah. Which is Oh, we do. I forgot to mention that because we were yucking it up at the beginning. We do get one F word each.
Oh.
So
I almost
no.
used it right now.
One.
Like, no,
Yeah.
save it.
Yeah, feel free to use it whenever you want. And Fawn has a counter on the screen actually, or
Oh my god.
That's
but like you use it as an expletive, not like describing an act,
Right.
preference.
I don't know. I don't know if I should break the dam.
Whoa, what did you just say? No, I'm kidding.
No.
I know.
Like the wonderful water.
The bubble. Gotcha. Okay, so how do we think that went for Labrador?
I don't know who won that. I mean, I
There's
think
no
Feather had
evenly
so
matched.
many good one-liners, and got to push Labrador in. But Labrador is the right hand of the day, so that seems like
But
the ultimate goal.
the forms are all wet now, though. Too.
What
right?
are the forms?
They're intake paperwork for all your
Oh,
all the bank stuff.
okay. Well, and they must have all been handwritten because there's no technology allowed on the
Right. And so I feel like I feel like it kind of went negatively because we don't know if he's gonna now be. I almost said the good boy of the day.
good. I want to be the good boy of the day.
I don't know. But Porno, what do you think? Sorry.
Honestly, I think it went better for Feather than for Lab because of the pushing. Sorry about that, Josh. But it felt right in the moment. So anyway, I'm gonna regret that, aren't I? So yeah, I think it went better for Feather than for Lab. Is that like so? It can go in opposite directions, right? For different
Oh yeah.
characters.
Yeah, so give it a Josh
Yeah.
roll. Negative card. Sorry about the Josh. Again, we all have
All right.
negative cards. Yeah,
Yep.
you knew what you signed up for. So,
Yep, totally.
or you knew after when we told you. No.
And I'm sorry. Mechanically, what does that negative card do?
So what we do is at the in the act, or sorry, after this act is over, we have the tilt, and that's where I take all these cards, these positive and negative cards, and we flip them over, and there's numbers on the other side, and we do a little math, and then that lets us know well, which card basically we're going to put in the middle. So
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
interesting.
that's the math part, but I was like, I won't bother your pretty little heads with it. So
Josh, out of character, I 100% forgot there would be consequences. So I'm sorry, I did not mean to correct.
Consequences are the number one
It's
reason
okay.
to play video games. This is not a video game.
It is a fiasco. We are here to have wild times and change our pants. So
cool.
that's fine.
It's a cliche for a reason.
The one worse thing than wet socks are wet undergarments. So
Absolutely.
No one's allowed to wear undergarments, so you don't need to worry about it.
Oh, there you go. See, you didn't have anything for it to cling to, but your bare skin. All right, whose scene is it next? Pona and or sorry, we actually have Michael and is it feathered or feather? I wrote down feathered, but now is it feather dreamcatcher or feathered?
Is it a singular feather or something being covered in feathers?
Oh, feather. It's a single feather. Singular feather.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay,
No,
feather
it's
dreamcatcher. I'm so sorry.
Singular feather.
Okay. But sorry. Okay, so is it feather dreamcatcher's scene next or Michael Trees? Like who wants to be the star? I mean, technically, yes.
What?
Who would like to go next?
I had a big scene. So Feather, if you would like to take spotlight again, but I'm happy to since you just did a scene.
Either way, it'll work because you'll eventually all have to like butt up against previous scenes. It can also be a flashback scene, or like a little scene of you doing something alone. If any of that helps.
I think what would be cool is if we did a flashback scene of when you definitely had the idea to start this cult.
Did you do quotations? Did you do quotations? I couldn't see.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds great. Perfect. How long ago do we think this is?
You know, how long has your game been in this current update?
When did Clash of Clans Okay, 2012.
Yeah.
We'll say 10 years ago.
Yeah, I think that was when I was like, you need a way to fund your habits.
Yeah.
And
okay, so I'm picturing more like we're hanging out in my parents' basement, and it's after both of our best friends have gotten married and they've kind of started to spend less time with us, and so we've started to spend more time together, and you're slowly realizing that all I do is get really baked and play Clash of Clans in my parents' basement. And so it's one of those usual hangs.
And we're sitting here in our return, the wedding favor things that they gave to the bridal party gifts.
Some bubbles.
And we also got the main character energy t-shirts. So we're sitting there in our main character energy t-shirts, and like I'm looking around me. You're busy. You're occupied.
Dominating, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm thinking what Feather needs is to catch some dreams. And so how do I do that? And I turn to you Michael, and I say, Michael, I feel like, you know where I've heard you get the best cell reception is Rainbow Mountain. And
What's Rainbow
also,
Mountain? Is it in Clash of Clans? I haven't discovered that
No.
location yet.
but it's this really cool, it's really cool, not particularly well discovered um, uh, part of a national park that is totally in driving distance, and I think we should go there. I think we should go for a walk there, like, and I think it'll give us a lot of clarity, and I think it's going to just give us some inspiration. I think we should do that. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't really go outside much anymore. Crap.
Right. So anyway, I'm gonna book us an Uber, and so wait,
Super
this is
exists.
2012. Shit.
Taxis do. At least.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask your mom if we can borrow her car.
We can't borrow the
And,
car because I maxed out their other credit card on Clash of Clans, so I lost car privileges.
Oh my God, Michael! I just for one day okay. It's fine. It's fine.
It's not my fault
still
that a
have-
chest of gems costs $100 USD. That's not. I didn't set that price. And it's like you
No,
hit a
you're
point
right.
where you
It's
plateau, and it's like, what? I'm supposed to wait 3 days for this to progress? No, I can't wait. I'm in the middle of something.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like a them problem. So we should like go to your neighbors, the
Paxtons.
Mohicans, the Mohican Paxtons, and ask them if we can borrow their car, because they were super nice during the wedding that just happened, and they seem like they're very encouraging about our plans for our futures and our careers, So I think we should go. And Michael, come on, dude.
I mean, listen,
And so
if you drive, I'll get in the car.
great. Let's do that. And then so Feather kind of like you would do, like a mother cat does with the kittens, just like kind of picks you up by the back of your t-shirt. By the t-shirt.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. And sort of just like floppily gets up and follows you out. Oh, we better bring my mom's stand mixer just in case.
Yep. That definitely sounds like something that's always useful on a car ride.
Yeah, can you grab it?
Let's do that. Hey Sarah, Mrs. Tree, can I borrow this? I need to bake brownies for my neighbor's cello instructor.
Perfect lie. Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh
Great.
my God.
I'm gonna take the stand mixer, and it's like a beautiful KitchenAid. I don't know why she's letting me borrow it, but
Because
so
you need to
we're
make
gonna
brownies
take it
for your
in the-
celloist's uncle or something.
my neighbor's cello instructor. Pay attention, Michael.
Right.
We're main characters now.
Right.
And then so we get in the car, and we drive to Rainbow Mountain. You don't notice the time passes, because why would you? And then we get there, and I'm like, what I've heard is, well, first of all, isn't the cell reception here amazing?
Wow, I just don't think I've ever had so many bars.
Right? So I think, what do you think about kind of setting up camp here for several years?
I mean, that sounds great. I mean, really all I want to be is a Grand Warden like in Clash of Clans.
Well, Michael, I think we have the means to make that happen. Like this KitchenAid will
Really?
probably sell for, yeah, I feel like this KitchenAid will sell for a decent amount of money.
I thought you had to make brownies for a
especially
cello.
cello is not a person. Okay, it's fine. I'm gonna so you're gonna sit here with
Okay.
all your bars, and I'm just gonna go talk to some people, sell this thing.
Okay. And I get to be
and-
the Grand Warden.
Yes. What do you want to call? You want to call your position the Grand Warden?
Yeah, and I can
that what
walk
you wanna
over
call it?
walls and I can fly really high.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch that right now. So you go ahead and like hang out in on this rock is where I
Okay.
want to find you
Okay.
when I come back. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, good. Okay. Michael, look at me. What did I just say?
Sit here and I will become the Grand Warden, a veteran battle scholar that seeks out groups of friendly troops to fight behind and boost with his life aura.
Yes, that's definitely what I said. Okay, I'm going to be back. And then Feather turns around and goes, I have no idea how long the scene is supposed to be. So
I'm picturing
just gonna-
like
I was
just
like, that's a
yeah.
pretty good ending right there. 'Cause I was like,
Yeah.
no, that's beautiful. Oh my gosh, really. And I'm sorry. So Feather was Feather's name the whole time.
This is what I was also wondering, but then I just said it, and so I went with it.
Yeah.
I heard Michael call you that
And I
too, and I was
know.
like, I thought that was your cult name again. No problem either way. It's not. Yeah, I was amazed. So, all right.
Hmm.
How do we think that went for Feather?
I'd say it went positively. It seems like
Yeah.
Feather
It-
pretty consistently got
Managed.
her way. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it
a
doesn't.
lot of teeth pulling, but
Yeah.
yeah, like got there, like.
Yep.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Sorry, Vanna, did you have were you like, no, it was terrible for them?
No, I agree.
Okay,
I
okay,
agree.
okay. Perfect. Sweet. All right. Well, now we need another Michael-centric scene, or a first one. I mean, yes. So, because you haven't had one specifically.
Oh,
that
God, I
you've
feel like
got
I've done two.
No, it's okay. So I mean, that's how it goes. Like, a lot of times it's just two people talking. So, but you get to choose to establish the scene. That's as you, the player, or you can choose to resolve it as it's going along. You can be like, I think I want to go for a positive ending or a negative ending to the scene.
Okay.
And again, it can go. We can go back to the current timeline. You can stay in your flashback.
I think I want to
whatever.
jump back into where we started, and then I haven't gotten to have a scene with Labrador yet.
Correct.
So I'd like something with that. Do you have any ideas, Josh? Maybe it could be later that day or a different day entirely, or
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be interesting to have a scene where we are perhaps we are I mean, if I'm jockeying for right hand, and you clearly value Clash of Clans, then perhaps we're having a conversation about. I'm kind of under the impression though, and if maybe a suggestion is that, like, does anybody know on the record about your Clash of Clans obsession? It's a question. Does anybody know other than Feather?
I would say maybe just you two.
Okay. So
Because kind of the whole crux for Michael of the cold is to be able to afford in-game currency. Yeah. So I think he feels like his right and left hand should be sort of or when you're in the right hand position, you should be aware of the motivation so you can best serve it. But yeah, I don't think other people in the clan know, especially since technology is supposed to be banned and illicit.
So what if we are having a conversation at let's say that there's like a bunker, because of course every mountain cult needs a bunker. And the bunker is actually the storage area for all of the appliances that have sold but not shipped on eBay. And so
eBay store, do y'all remember those?
So we are going through like conducting an inventory and and also, you know, I might ask some questions or things like that.
Okay. That sounds good. Perfect. I was trying to think of a way to rope the being in as well.
The being could show up at some point, or like there could be like a haunting, if you will, mid inventory.
Perfect. Yes, that sounds great. Oh, and sorry, we have kickers. I don't know what those are. Kickers? Jen?
Sorry.
You said we could use kickers?
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I thought you said ickers, and I was looking and I was like, where is that on a card?
Drippy goo.
You know, lick her. No, so the kickers, they're like just if you I should have presented them to you again, because it's like to help with your scene setting. So like maybe there's a suggestion.
Oh, so it's like if you can't think of a scene, you would use one of those.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Sorry.
Yeah, you already got it. No.
It's a major plumbing
question. Oh yeah, I mean that's a good one, right? Poop's always funny.
No, I love the bunker. So we're taking some inventory, and maybe the being could manifest somewhere in the midst of that. And I'm thinking this is like later on in the week, or even a week past where we were. And I imagine you're doing the paperwork, and I'm just walking around and naming objects I see.
Okay.
We have 5 KitchenAid stand mixers.
Yeah,
one in teal, one in red.
Oh, red!
Orange.
That's a special edition. That'll that should sell for a decent amount of money. It seems like our cult financing is going pretty well. That's a fantastic job, Michael. You're so good at this culting thing. Has anybody ever told you that? You're very good at culting.
Labrador, you are buttering me up like a corn on the cob.
Oh, I simply speak truth. That's all. You know, it's just what a good right hand should do, right?
Right
hand.
Right hand today, but tomorrow maybe it's feather. The day after maybe it's, I don't know, somebody totally different.
We'll
things up around here.
We'll just see tomorrow. That's fine. We live in the moment. It's fine. That's rainbow cult rule number 746. Live in the moment.
Live in the moment. And in this moment, you need to inventory the orange stand mixer.
Yes, and we also have the special edition chartreuse, which ironically doesn't really sell on eBay because nobody knows how to spell it. It's pretty unfortunate.
Yes, so we need to find a specialty buyer. I'll ask my clan if anyone is interested.
Yes, actually, I've been curious about the clan. How many members do you have in the clan now? Just wondering.
5.
For conversation's sake.
A lot.
Oh, 5.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay, so you've grown since.
Yes.
4 years ago. Interesting. Okay.
We have had one more member.
Wow. And so just for curiosity's sake, because we're here inventorying. So what are your plans for that big invasion of your rival clan next week? Have you talked to anybody about that yet? And do you have any
I think Michael stops and like turns around and like maybe for the first time ever like really looks at you. And then he goes, "Do you play Clash of Clans?"
And I look up. I thought you'd never ask. Like,
And right as you two start to connect, you hear a from behind the stack of Vitamix Mini to Go's Airplane Edition. And blue smoke starts rolling out on the ground.
Oh, I told you to clean up that dry ice.
oh, like, wait a second. If it isn't the being,
Deborah?
right? No, I think
Dobby? Debbie?
I think they just go by the being here. I think she just goes by the
Oh, right, the
because-
being.
yes, because it
being.
appeared from out
Well,
of nowhere, just like
the being?
right now when I was having that conversation about
yes, it's so good to see you. And the being like comes over to Labrador and Preacher palms the hands like one on the bottom, one on top, and is wearing the all like diamondy rhinestone covered skin suit. I believe
Like Britney
was-
Spears in the music
was-
toxic
yes,
music video?
yes, exactly. And it's just like, but the diamonds and the rhinestones keep going all over the face too. So I guess a little bit like, oh geez, okay, so it's just every musician ever. So yeah,
So it's like the Green Man suit, but bedazzled.
Right. Exactly.
yeah,
So you don't
yeah,
show up on a green screen.
yeah. But you've noticed like there's already a couple missing. So it's like,
Right.
there's already some obvious holes.
It was
so-
hot glue. That
Yeah,
that
yeah.
applied
Right
I
on
feel
the
like-
skin.
I feel like
Hell-
bedazzling was a key activity for the
Oh, yes.
for a while.
That's because if you can't buy a luxury kitchen item, you have to make it a luxury kitchen item.
Oh, I was gonna say you become the luxury item.
You
Okay.
become the luxury kitchen item.
Yeah. Yeah, so the being comes over to you, Michael, and says, I know you don't like to be touched, but maybe from
I mean, I
somebody-
like to be touched, just not by you. You creep me out.
is it the otherness? Is it the otherworldliness in me? Is it too close?
No, you seem delusional.
Well,
And also,
and then,
you're
like, and she leans in and she kind of goes, "That's the point," and like leans back and like like the mask like comes back over her face.
okay. Well, manifested spirit from beyond. Jill's still alive. What the fuck is up with that?
Oh, it has to look like an wait, and then like looks over at Labrador and goes,
It's fine. He's right hand today. He's
Yes.
right hand today.
and
Oh wait, the being also knows.
Knows
So-
what?
Oh good, okay, that's fine. And I like go ahead and like look back at the blenders. Yep. Because there's
Sorry,
doing inventory.
he's very sexily mysterious. It comes natural to him. Can be quite distracting.
I can tell he's blushing, and it's despite all this blue fog, I can see it. Full body
I told him
shine.
to clean the dry ice.
Oh no, that was me. That was me. I brought my own supply. It's part of the whole.
Oh,
thing.
well, now we have more dry ice to clean up, and Jill is still alive. This is the worst day of
Oh,
my life.
Okay, well, Michael, you didn't give me a timeline, and I had to,
You know,
establish.
I thought when we discussed it, it seemed urgent. I didn't think I needed to further communicate that.
Oh, okay. Then I will go on my way. I was sort of trying to establish myself here as this entity, this being, and then
To
get
us.
close
So is
to
this
her.
a test run, or you're doing it in the wrong place?
I didn't know you were going to be. I was still preparing myself, and she's like,
You been here?
"How long?"
47 magic bullets.
I add one of those. Okay.
47. Jesus Christ. We got a warehouse.
I was getting into character, and I was just practicing with my ice machine travel to go train edition, and so I'll pick my little dry ice machine up and go and approach Jill. She'll think I want it to look like she's. I can't go into too much detail. It's too much, but
Just kill her. No one's out here.
I
don't know that it needs to be that complicated. I just can't
but
do it
the
because
police would
optics.
come. The police would come. No, like
The police. The police. The police.
I'm sorry. Am I speaking the right language? Is
The
it because
police.
Oh,
Michael, why do we have 17 shake weights?
and that seems
Those
like a
are
great.
mine.
That seems like a great place to end that scene.
That's my personal collection.
Okay. All right. How do we think that went for Michael?
God, bad.
I don't know. So the rest of us get it. You don't get to.
Fine, I will go say my
Anyway.
commentary.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I think anyone who has a chartreuse KitchenAid is winning at life. So I feel like, but how did the scene end for Michael? Is an interesting because they
Jill's still alive.
really wanted Jill's alive. So I don't know.
Like Jill's still alive. There might be some.
Inventory isn't done.
Yeah, there's some schemers might be working against the
Scheming?
division. Just
All right. Oh my gosh. Okay.
So
Wonderful.
badly, I think, is the consensus.
So, and this is all right. So what we will do now is we'll actually flip these cards and do the tilt now. Normally we do it after 2 sets of scenes. Our scenes have been going a little long, and that's not like anything wrong with that. We've been having a great time. The story building is so rich. The umami. Yeah. It's got that good mouthfeel. So
Wow.
and this is, and you know what? This is our show. We get to do what we want. So we're just gonna do the and it's gonna make the math real easy because normally, right. That's what we're all. It's Barbie movie month. We got to pay homage to the math is hard, Barbie or whatever she says. Okay, so normally what you would do is see how it says red 4 on this card. If you had, for the folks at home, in case you're like, how does this math work? If you have 2 different colors, you'd normally add these 2, and then so you'd end up. And you treat one as a negative, the lower one, so it'd be like a red 2. But if you had 2 cards of the same color, you'd add them together, and that's how color math works.
Color math.
It's the new math, so they did it again.
That's the only kind of math we do at Mountain Rainbow or Rainbow Mountain.
Yes. It seems like it's mostly inventory math too, probably.
So we
Labrador math.
3.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
74 Tupperware lids, but no containers.
That's
Not a
evil. That's an evil thing to say. That's a haunted thing to bring up.
Okay.
So we're negative is winning.
Mm-hmm. So what this means is it's whoever has the highest number in each color. So that's me, but I'm going to give mine to Porna because I play this all the time. So you get to choose, which again, it's not a big choice, which blue card you'd like us to add to the middle.
Ooh.
And this will be
She's on is on fire. I hope it's not the stand mixers.
Yeah, I don't know.
It takes
I like
30 years for
sensor.
them to melt with that many. So
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, I not the fire. I want
one.
a
Okay.
sudden reveal of fortune.
Beautiful. Okay. Okay. And so this is great.
Oh, we're tied.
You're tied. And there's no tiebreaker here.
no.
So I think you have to compromise. You have to pick together. We're gonna go with that.
Okay.
Okay.
The options are innocence. Somebody is not so innocent after all, or innocence.
Or somebody.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just as somebody blissfully ignores the obvious signs.
I'm leaning towards yours. Yeah.
Same. Same.
Because we kind of already established that somebody's not innocent after all. We have 2 schemers
Yeah,
at
I
a
agree.
minimum. I
Yep.
would say 3 ultimately.
I'd say 4, honestly, but yeah. We don't fully know if others do.
Schemer.
Sure. Okay.
I'm a dreamer.
What is the difference?
That's
Execution.
right. That's right. That's right.
A schemer is a dreamer who can execute an idea. So okay. That's
So
another
I don't.
theory.
So maybe it's like a
But
situation where
I
it's
am
like.
a dream catcher.
I know.
We have friends.
You
You set it up for me. I was so thrilled.
Yeah. Show's over.
I mean, it's a metaphor for a reason. Because it's true. So is it like me ignoring the blissfully ignoring the signs of everyone scheming against me? Is that what it is? Or what?
It can be any of us can use these, and we can all like work together towards these in the next.
Oh,
in all the same.
okay,
It's the same as these other cards. It's just sort of like these are more dramatic than like
Okay.
you know.
So we don't need to decide now. We can kind of decide
Correct.
through play. Okay. Very
Exactly.
cool.
Yeah, and so we'll do another set of scenes where we all same thing where we get to pick if we want to establish or resolve, and then we'll do our aftermath most likely. So, I mean, we will. I didn't see make it sound like I'm going to change. Okay, so does someone have
It will never change.
so these? I'm gonna get a call from like Jason Morningstar, like, what are these house rules I keep seeing? I'll be like, oh my god, how'd you get my number? No, okay. So did someone have
What happens when
a?
there's a tie?
yeah, I know. I pick up my red phone. I'm like, listen,
Your red phone. Oh my god. Your tin can.
it's probably like whoever
Chartreuse. It's chartreuse.
whoever burned something last is probably actually the deal breaker, and I forgot to remember. Yeah. So anyway. Does anyone have a scene that they would like to go next with?
So when you are talking about resolving a scene, is it like coming back to one of the scenes we've already done and trying to wrap it up?
So we can pause scenes while we're doing them, and the person that wants if you're the main character, you can be like, okay, I'm going to move it a little bit more into this direction. The rest of us, if we're sort of on the same mind weight, like if you establish your scene, we kind of are leading it to where we want it to go anyway. So, but we can always metagame it as well. Like, and we also don't we don't have to have full conversations too. Like we could talk about like just doing something, and there's a couple lines as well. It's sort of like, however, obviously say like knock over my entire desk. We are all talkers here, so like it's not.
I wonder if perhaps if the being or Debbie Upper and Labrador should be having the conversation about their plan to take down.
Absolutely.
100%.
Perfect. Okay.
So I'm imagining this is happening after we have made our way out of the inventory scene.
Mm-hmm.
And what folks don't know. Let's just play it out.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
All right. I love you're like cut to camera.
Yeah.
And action.
Labrador, can you help get my back?
Yes, of course. We'll.
I hand you this really fancy glue gun that I definitely didn't get from the inventory. For all that kitchen bedazzling.
Yeah, looks like everything's actually coming perfectly to plan. Except you came in just before I was getting the information on their plan to raid our clan. I was this close to getting. I should have given you a signal to come in on, but
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that you were about to get in. Oh, we could have.
Okay, it's okay. But I mean, think about it this way. I mean, we've been. It's so long as we can manage to keep under wraps that we are members of the anti-Rainbow Mountain cult team, or the ACARM armed. No, yes, armed.
Are armed what? Yeah.
They've been a plague in this region for the last 11 years. We have to take them down if we can manage to. I think if we can stop the Clash of Clans income, then it should bring the entire Rainbow Mountain cult tumbling to the ground.
Absolutely. I will bedazzle whatever I need to make this happen, okay? It is
Good.
over.
Good.
Mhm.
So tell me, were you able to were you able to get what you were you able to get any information from the tin can conversation from a few days back? We haven't been able to
Oh yeah, to
talk since then.
reconvene. Well, I do know that my full life savings, which as an American was $500, and I was able to. She spent all of it on Clash of Clans, so she probably got the, you know, the
Yeah,
full
it was-
package, the full package. So she's like, she's boosted, buffed, she's scruffed, like every single.
Yeah, and nothing. It turns out I mean, Michael doesn't even notice because just constantly playing Clash of Clans, but actually nothing in the warehouse is listed. It's not under the Rainbow Mountain account. It's under. I started a side account. It's called the Labrabeing.
Labring. Oh, that
Yeah.
flows. That's so much better than Acorns.
It's already a yellow star on
Maybe.
eBay. So
Maybe.
we've so once we finally shut this place down, we'll be able to just take off. It's got like
Mhm.
$74.66 right now. But we've got like we've got like 19 reviews. One of them even said like super fast, efficient, would buy again. So like we're gonna have income for a long time.
I mean, and then the being or Debbie Uppers steps like sort of into your the space between your feet, and then we could talk about us, right? You said after we took down the cult, the clan,
Yeah,
we could
yes,
finally be together.
yes, of course. This is finally our moment. It's just if I can finally sell it's just that chartreuse mixer. I cannot.
Mhm.
Once we get that, we'll have everything we need to finally run away and escape this place.
It's our go bag, our go fund. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Scene.
Yeah. All right. So how did
Gold star. Oh my gosh.
this is better than Love Island?
Okay, in our private chat, I said, we're all millennials, huh? And Lorna just repeatedly affirmed that is true.
Yes, millennial and proud.
eBay, Love Island, Clash of Clans. We got all the millennial.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I should have said a
nostalgia
content warning for making fun of savings accounts, but
Not you attacking me directly. That was so rude. Oh my god. I think positive for both, unless I guess a definite
Unless.
positive for did we do for both or like whoever was the center of the scene?
I think it was Josh mostly. I mean, we normally do the center of the scene, but given again our time, we could do both.
Right.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
So I feel like it was a positive for the being.
Mhm.
Like at least to their perception.
Yeah. Maybe they've been lied to
Right.
for 11 years.
And then I think it depends for Labrador. If he has something else he's gonna need to take care of now, or if he's like, or if he's down to clown with the let's burn this shit to the ground and run away together plan, then that's a big win because it's all
Yep.
coming together.
I feel like Labrador's whole plan, Labrador's motivation for being right hand is to get access to the clan account to be able to transfer all of the clan in-game currency to our
Glitter gang.
to the armed clan.
I think you're en route to that. So I think that's a net positive. But I think
Yeah.
the hiccup is the being who is saying, yeah, and then we'll be together. And I don't know if that's what Labrador wants. So is that what Labrador wants?
I think it is. It is. I'm gonna. Yes.
Okay, yeah. Then I think
Instinctively, I was like,
mega win.
yes.
I think it's a
This is
huge
the
win
plan.
then. It's all coming together.
It was all the rhinestones. All he could see was himself on the
Well,
video.
no one's allowed underwear. No
Oh.
one's allowed underwear. Like it's not full coverage
Yeah.
at all.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hope Rainbow Mountain is temperate.
I I mean, it's nippy in the warehouse. It's cold in the warehouse. That's for sure.
Yeah, these nips could cut rhinestones. Okay, next scene. Okay. So we need another Feather and a Michael scene as well. And again, we can also do some with some NPCs. I definitely think there'll be
I
Jill
need to
at some point.
see Jill die.
Yeah, okay. Definitely that's going to happen. Yeah. So maybe
Kill
scene,
her.
do we want a scene with you or Feather interacting with Jill so we can see what Jill's
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
Kill this
I can't tell-
nameless pawn.
I can't tell who I'm actually speaking to at this point, but that's fine.
Yeah,
The lines have been blurred.
I'm concerned for Michael in many ways. Yeah, I think what we're doing, and like I think the scene that we should start with is, you've basically shown more clarity than you have in the past 11 years as you stand up and you say, tonight we kill Jill. And then we essentially step out of the mega yurt. And so we're like with flashlights, even though we could have just done this during the day. And like sneaking around, even though it's near your mega yurt, and kind of doing the whole like approaching the lake river thing, because that's where Joe likes to chill. And we're gonna
An omen. It rhymes.
Yeah. Exactly. It's true if it rhymes. It's canon. And so what do you think? What do you think of that as a scene?
As long as the being is there, because or not, I suppose.
Oh, you
could have gotten sick. You could have gotten sick of waiting around for the being to do it, and you're like, I'll just do it myself. But
Yeah,
I think Jen should have a say in that.
Yeah.
Put something in chat.
Okay.
Cool. Right. So should we should we take it as said that Michael's had enough, or do you want to express yourself, since we're
Am I with you? Or
Yes.
did I issue a command and then I stayed in my ear to play Clash?
Well, I think you could. Well, I mean, it's up to you. I think you could have. I think you could have been like, tonight is the night we kill Jill.
And by we, I mean you.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's what happens.
The being doesn't kill Jill.
Well, the being is taking too long, and I am sick of Jill, so it is now a you problem. Don't laugh, Labrador. It's your problem too.
It's true.
I said, stop laughing. No laughing.
And also,
Really?
I'm sorry, Labrador, are you in the bottom bunk right now trying to sleep while they're like scheming and yelling? Are you in your little pajamas?
I've just woken them up.
I thought the being was going to kill Jill.
I said the being is taking too long, and they're acting as if they can't physically touch anything, and I don't know how you kill someone when you can't touch them.
All right,
Very annoying.
Fine. I just like roll over to roll over and I'm like covering my head with the like just 4 thread count sheet that you have allowed me to have on the bottom.
A whole 4? It's just a burlap sack.
It's just it's just one thread. It's 2 threads thatched next to each other like this.
There's
like,
4 threads.
Make it work, because the rest of the threads we sell for Clash of Clans money.
Oh God!
I'm sorry. There's a hole in the sack. We paid for the hole. Like,
yeah, it's called style. Tip.
Give it a Swedish name, you could sell anything. Anyway, cool. So let's you and I, Lab, get this done. You know? Right?
Can I
No?
can I have rolled over and be sending a text to the being, and it says it's going down tonight?
What do you have under there?
No, there's 4 threads. You would be able to see it. There's nothing here.
No threads, no
I'm
undergarments.
just like lying directly on.
You feel a vibration in the picture. Do you look at the picture or no? Not yet.
Oh my God! What? I want to look at the
No.
picture.
What are you
What
talking about? I'm so concerned.
The being has texted back a photo.
Yeah. Like,
Oh,
no,
boy.
I'm just like laying there trying to not show that I have the cell phone. Like, nothing.
Mm.
Aren't you gonna go kill Jill?
No, you are.
Oh, I suppose this is. Well, that's fine. You know, I can
I'm
just
going
prove
to construct more defense buildings.
can prove my right-handedness, I suppose. And is that because we're both here, right? I'm just.
I couldn't decide, so it's sort of ambiguous tonight.
This is the big group scene where all this is
Yes,
the dramatic
of the group
conclusion.
scene. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
It's like
yes.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It's Charlie's grandparents, but it's you two.
Well, certainly. Then I suppose it's time. So I like roll over real quick, just like long enough to see the phone before trying to stash it in my pocket. But then I'm like,
It's a picture of Jill with a knife next to Jill.
like
Right, of the being.
the being. Okay.
Jill next to Jill with the knife is so scary.
Jill has a twin. Jill has a twin who's also called Jill.
The being is a shapeshifter.
Like
Jill's in front of a mirror. The knife is also reflective, so it's creating a fun house. It's 3 a.m. here. I'm sorry, I misspoke.
So there are 3 to 5 Jills in the photo.
They must all die.
Kill them all. Also, apparently, Jill is a goat.
Oh no. Okay.
as canonized by the group chat.
It is time. Okay. All right. Fine. I take off my 4-thread count blanket to show I was wearing my clothes the whole time anyway because it's cold, and that blanket would barely existed.
Complain again about your bedding. See what happens. I'll take 1 thread away each time you do until you have 1 thread.
Sure.
Lab.
You're right.
Lab.
We should go. We should
Lab.
go. Yes.
Lab. Michael has lost the thread. We should leave before further unraveling can happen.
Okay. I can't stand for this.
The puns.
The puns. You know there's no puns allowed.
Okay. Cool. So are we then? Is it scene or do we transition to? Okay. I don't know. It's not my scene. I'm sorry.
We can end a scene and then like weigh and measure the outcome, and then the next scene can immediately.
Okay, that's what I was. Okay,
yeah,
great,
absolutely.
great.
So how do we think that went? I don't know who that was for actually.
I think
I was gonna say I think that was a feather.
Stream. Yeah.
Okay.
Or stream scene.
It,
But I don't know.
Twitch.tv/feather.
it feels.
I mean, what is Feather's objective there?
Feather, I think, thinks something weird is going on with Lab and the being, and wants to figure out what that is, and so kind of like has been trying to get Lab like alone to like have a conversation.
Can we maybe just continue the scene then?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like y'all leave the yurt and you have a moment alone before you get to the dock where the being is waiting and Jill is waiting to be murdered.
I'm only asking because I haven't played it before and I know that we've got kind of limited time. Like, do we have like how much? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got like 15 more minutes or yeah, and then or 10 minutes of this and then we'll do our little denouement. So yeah, do another one.
Cool.
Or keep going. Yeah, have your conversation.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds Oof, okay. So I guess we're outside then.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Well, I didn't realize. So we're killing Jill tonight. I didn't know that I was even going to be involved. But I mean, that's what a right hand's got to do is be able to serve the cult leader. Isn't that right?
Hey,
Sorry,
Lab.
I'm not muted.
Hey, Lab. I feel like you've been wearing an inordinate amount of rhinestones recently. What's that about?
Oh well.
Plus,
we
they're not just on your pockets. So what's that about?
I listened to that song.
That was a rule.
With the rhinestone cowboy and was like, that's a great idea. Well, I just wanted to try something new. We got to keep things interesting here up on Rainbow Mountain. And I figured it was a nice influence. That's all. Totally no other reason that I'd have any rhinestones
And
around. Yes.
This wouldn't have anything to do with the fact that the being happens to be handy with a glue gun, would it?
I think obviously what you objection. Who said that? No.
So we're in the middle of a national park with a slightly delusional
I just
person?
feel like when in doubt, look to the right, and then see who's
how
left.
that turned out for most places.
See who's
Oh,
left.
God.
I just start like walking towards it because it's dark out, right?
Yep.
Okay,
It's the
so I'm
middle of
just
night.
like start walking away from Feather, just ever so slightly.
So I think Feather is holding the torch because
Oh, there is a torch.
I'm
Oh.
saying Feather has a torch because we're essentially at camp, and also because Feather keeps it light. Anyway, so I
Well, show's over, everybody. Thank you.
Oh, that's where we draw the line. Okay. Anyway, so I'm holding the torch. So like you're like kind of backlit if you're approaching anyone who might also be in the scene.
Okay.
Cough, cough.
Great.
So I'm just like steadily still backing away. Like, wow, I just think we need to head a little bit more to the right. To the right. And it's still like steadily.
Oh,
Are you having a moment? Like what is happening right now? Is this a song that you and the beings sing together at karaoke night? Like what?
I'd like to make a suggestion. I'd like to suggest that in the detective moment that Feather is having right now, with the torch focused fairly well on Labrador, that perhaps Feather does not notice the sound of rushing water nearby that they happen to be moving steadily towards.
Oh, I'm still. Okay, sure. Let's say that in a detective moment, Feather is not paying attention to what's going on around
The
him.
torch, the
Let's say
light
that,
is
sure.
fixated here, which makes it very hard to see what's outside of the torch. I didn't bring the torch into the scene.
Sure. Only one sense. Only one sense can work at a time. That's how humans work. Sure. You know what? Let's go with it. Okay. The light makes it hard to hear things. And so I am walking swiftly
It's a very loud
behind
light.
you
Yes.
or near you. Yes. The light is loud and I feel like revenge is being taken for puns that were not meant so strongly. But yes, okay, cool. I do not hear the running water. I do not hear it.
Yes. Okay. So it seems like if Jill is the only if the only thing left is to get Jill, then I guess perhaps now then I guess now is the time.
The being jumps out.
You're speaking weird.
And actually, the being jumps out and goes, ha ha! Trips, falls into Feather.
Yeah.
Pushing them off into the waterfall. And then, like, Rhinestone scrabbling and flying, starts to slide off the rock herself.
Okay.
Wait, can I proffer that Jen hears the noise and runs over to help save you guys?
It's like Jill.
Who?
Yeah. It's like no, realizing that this is now the waterfall and not the river. It's like, oh, wait a second, and like turns around. So now is it like turns around and tries to also keep them from falling down the. I don't want anybody to fall down a waterfall. That sounds terrible.
Probably like a foot tall.
Yeah, I was gonna say it could be very.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Yeah. No. Yes.
Sorry,
Okay.
did you
stand
Yeah.
push Feather off of a waterfall?
But also fell in
I
after
pushed
her.
you into
fell.
a shallow puddle, and you pushed me down a
To be
waterfall.
fair, Labrador did not
Like
touch
I'm
you.
freaking Moriarty. Sorry, what?
Labrador didn't push you, to be fair.
True.
Oh.
I would have just been
Yeah.
like, and now you are in waist deep water. But no,
And I'm like splashing around, going, Lab.
it's a fiasco.
And yeah, the being stands up, like just blood dripping from everywhere, with the rhinestones that have like cut into their skin. Like,
Oh, God.
oh, Jill, we have to go.
Oh, you are. Jill is there.
No, Jill's over by the river.
No, Jill has come over. She's heard you all screaming as you fall down the waterfall and has come over and is like, oh, is everyone okay?
And then and the being looks at the goat and goes, "Did this goat just talk?" And she turns out, I'm sorry. I thought we were sacrificing the goat for the cult. Is that not what was happening? Did you want me to kill a human?
I'm the goat. Greatest of all time.
Well, they want to kill you. You know that? Do you know that,
Well,
Jill?
no, I didn't know that. Who's they?
I'm staring. I'm staring at the being, because even though I'm the one who got pushed into the water off the rock, for some reason, the being is covered in blood for reasons nobody understands, because Jill seems to be okay. So it's not clear to me where the blood's coming. Where's the blood coming from?
The
being?
rhinestones.
rhinestones.
Did you say the rhinestones from the
Yeah,
from the
from
very
the
thin
outrage
Scratched her
rhinestone
whole
suit?
body.
Sorry,
They
Porn has
ripped-
never been covered in rhinestones and then cut herself.
They ripped a
so-
whole nipple off. I can only imagine.
I'm nip and areolaless on one side.
Oh,
so,
God.
Yeah.
The whole baloney.
Yep, if you will.
And you're having a normal conversation. Love it.
Well, Jill is trying to
Or
help,
nor-
and
normal.
as she's talking to you, is like pull out a kerchief and is like dabbing at some of the scratches and is looking over at Feather and is like, "Oh, let me help you up," and reaches out a hand to help you up from the shallow pool at the end of the 1 foot waterfall that you just.
and the being again. I'm sorry. There were so many goats when I arrived, and she's like eyes searing into Michael and Feather. There were so many
Michael's
goats.
not there. Michael's
Oh,
in the
Michael!
yurt
Oh, Michael!
playing
Oh,
Clash
but
of
still in the yurt. Oh, that's right. That's right. I thought it was like a cute thing we were doing. There's a goat. We sacrifice the goat. We get an outsider to do it. Like, to kill a
Uh,
human being.
I'm confused. What are you talking about?
No, I'm talking to Feather. I'm talking to Feather now.
The bee
Oh,
is talking
yeah.
to Feather.
Oh, Jill is just like, I'm sorry. What?
I think everybody else is kind of like ignoring Jill's existential crisis as they're dabbing
Mhm.
away at the blood on somebody else's body while somebody who's supposed to be incorporeal and then also like for some reason about to be murdered. So we think that I think Lab and Feather would look at one another like, how much do you want to say to this person you're clearly conspiring with outside of the conspiring we're doing?
I think. So I think Labrador probably looks and is trying to figure out which way to play it, and is like, the jig's up. We gotta go, and just like runs off in the other direction.
The being
So I would
Because-
like to point out that like literally, yeah, I was like, it was not clear who you were speaking to.
Close
So
your-
Feather followed.
Yeah.
I was just
all
waiting.
three
Yeah.
of us are running in the same direction.
Jill's also running after you. Why are we running? Where are
And-
we going? What is your
And what Jill doesn't see is a hole in the ground
Punji spikes
and falls in.
is speared
It's
5
weird.
times
Yeah,
through the
yeah.
body and goes, and the last thing she says is, remember me, greatest of all time.
Poor Jill.
The being turns around and goes,
Poor Jill.
what is there something in the air here? I feel like I've been on drugs. Like, what is
Oh, absolutely.
who are
you're
you?
on- everyone's
Who are
on drugs.
you? No, you're Michael. Are you Michael now?
No, I'm just me.
Oh,
I literally so yeah, I don't usually instinctively do this, but like I could not stop when I saw cue the John Cena music in chat. I couldn't stop it in my head. These 3 random characters bolt off into the night towards this random yurt where a man is sitting oblivious playing Clash of Clans.
Where is that music coming from?
I'm sorry.
The being stops or looks at sorry looks at Labrador and says,
Lab.
I did it. I did the thing technically. So go.
Yeah.
Get what you need.
Yes. Okay. Yes. It's time. So I run back to the yurt. I don't go inside though. 'Cause we're near the. Suggestion. We're running in the direction of the yurt.
Yep.
Is that fair?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where we're
Okay. So we're heading back towards the yurt, and I'm like I have to get it, and so I burst into the I burst into the yurt, and I'm guessing Michael is there, like super kind of. What is Michael like right now?
Michael is somehow kissing all 8 of his wives, but still has his phone in his hand.
Labrador did not realize that he could be more surprised by the by events tonight, but after regaining a slight bit of focus, runs over and just like reaches to snatch the phone out of Michael's hand. And I suppose this is the part where I ask, does it happen?
My question is, are the wives in on it?
I I don't know. I guess I didn't ask.
I think
I feel like that would be. I feel like the. I wouldn't say, I feel like the scheme to take down the cult like would have been a being a Debbie Labrador plan. So I don't think I think the wives would have been spreading the information too wide. Is that?
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair. I just didn't know if they were going to assist you in the, the snatch.
I think perhaps they're occupied.
Yeah.
Rubbing, stroking.
I was thinking that they were just like, yeah. But also, I think they would just kind of be like, at this point, when this dramatic scene is playing out, they would kind of stand back, like kind of like backup dancers, and just be like narrating the scene. You know, they'll just be like, he has to get it. What? Oh, just to get it? Like this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And
like
then where this whole thing, and then at least the only thing that Feather wants to do, and then y'all can decide what you want to do with the scene, is point at Lab and be like, J'accuse. That's all. You know, you do you.
Valid. Okay. So, like grab the phone, like, and now, armed strikes again. And take the phone to run out of the yurt. Because
Okay.
that's the name of the anti Candy Mountain.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you run out of the yurt, and Michael looks confused, and then pulls an iPad out of a stack of iPads and boots up Clash of Clans. And I think that's the end of the scene.
Yeah, that seems. I think that's the end of it all. Yeah. Yeah, raining. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Man, it's saved in the cloud, man.
Oh boy.
Saved in the cloud.
That's why. Yeah, that's why they chose that mountain. All that good. All that.
I was
good.
like,
All the
so
good
many
reception.
bars.
On the bars. So many bars. It's got 6 bars. I've never even seen that. So how do we think that final big scene went for Feather Dreamcatcher? Didn't die.
Didn't die.
But you have wet
Always
shins.
Which is a problem that not enough people talk about. But
Right,
you know,
yeah, we're here to bring
What
awareness.
shin condition, yeah.
Right.
yeah.
As we
wet
zoom
shin-
in on one person, did you know that hundreds of people have wet
1
shins?
in 25 people.
hundreds of Americans
Okay. Yes.
All right.
fall over themselves. I think it went badly for Feather because they weren't in on whatever shenanigans were happening.
I felt bad. Yeah.
They weren't the one who killed Jill for Michael. They weren't. They didn't realize that Michael's power was being usurped, or at least that was the attempt. Apparently, there's a stack of iPads, so I think it went badly for Father.
Yeah. And I think for Michael, nothing changed, right? Nothing, not even a drop of blood on that body. Like
For Michael?
Jill's dead, so it's a
Jill is
positive.
dead.
Yeah, there we go.
And Michael just found Jill very annoying, so that's a win.
Yeah, that was just it. All right.
And he still gets to play Clash of Clans, and he can, from his account there, can log out of his other devices. So
Can you do that? I believe.
yes.
Yep.
I mean, I know you can do it with other things,
Yeah.
but anyway,
Right.
okay.
I assume everything has that ability, but
All right. So, as the little denouement part, the aftermath, I have given each of you, based on the math of your cards, which I added up, we have these little cards so you can read them to yourself, and then we'll go around. We'll start with me, and then we'll go to Josh, Porna, and then Vana. Vana, pardon me, and we will like sort of apply it to the situation. So you don't have to read the whole thing out loud, but yeah, mine is my reputation is now in dirty pieces all around me, and I'll never think of these days without a shudder of horror at my aggressive ignorance. So after not getting the class, like not being able to log in and take over the account, Lab and the being or Debbie Uppers basically broke up their friendship / alliance /
Friendship. Mm-hmm.
unrequited love, essentially, because
What? Josh said
Lab
that Lab requited it. Been requiting it.
been requiting it.
But reciprocated.
Well, no, he said he said he liked her.
He ain't quitting it.
He said he liked her. He didn't say it was like So like,
listen, I'm just saying I don't think you get to decide if Lab gave up on you.
Okay, sorry, Lab. Do we give up on each other, or do we give it a good go and then we give up on each other 4 years later?
Yeah, what are the lab results?
I feel
Real man.
I do hate to think of the my card says that we probably did not.
Yeah.
Did
Okay.
not
Yeah.
make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could intertwine our denouement. So
Yes.
you're not dead, but there are worse things than being dead. Oh, heartbroken.
Yeah. I'm
Alone.
gonna take a moment and think about it and get back to you concerning exactly what the worst thing I can imagine.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So yeah, sorry, didn't mean to.
No, yeah, I definitely ruined all my credit buying all those rhinestones too. So okay, Porna, tell us about Feather Dreamcatcher.
Well, I have to read out this card because it's so well worded. Feather Dreamcatcher is left desperate. Well, I've been whipped like a rented mule, for starters. And I will remember this episode for all my diminished days. The lesson has been as profound as it has been painful. Nothing is ever going to be good again.
Damn.
Yeah. So, ending on a light note. So, I think for Feather, I would interpret as nothing is ever going to be good again. And because literary analysis is a class I didn't take. And then I and that's not true. I did, and that's still what I came up with. So I think the lesson has been not to put so much faith in the idea that you can control like someone else. You can pull their strings because they always just have a higher thread count, and yeah, that's what you get, Josh, for pushing me into the waterfall. And yeah, so that's
Beautiful.
the thing. That's a
Beautiful.
lesson learned. They're feeling desperate because they need to figure out a way to get at the rest of those iPads and take a leaf out of Lab's admittedly clever book.
Excellent. All right, and for Michael Tree's fate.
Sorry, I'm being harassed in the chat. Mine is horrifying, and I'm probably dead, right? Other people too, probably innocent people. There's no justice. There's no mercy. Everything is utterly painfully screwed, and it is all of it my fault. I imagine having so many iPads stacked together causes some sort of magnetic battery buildup, and a fire starts, and everything in the yurt is very flammable. It's all linens, so many linens, and delicate fabrics and shake weights. And it goes up.
Do you know that the melting point of a shake weight is actually surprisingly low? No, I have no idea.
I mean, listen, it's a cheap plastic they have on top, and that's fit for burning, if you ask me. And I think it just all goes up really fast. And since it's a commune situation, all the buildings are very close together. And I would say the wives themselves quite flammable, just really, like kerosene.
Covered in hairspray. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. He liked the
Aquanet.
80s look on that.
All Aquanet.
All Aquanet. And so it all goes up really quickly. And everyone dies. Except Jill. Jill crawls out of the Punji stick pit,
Bum, bum, bum. Yeah.
and crawls 60 miles to the nearest gas station where someone runs over her.
Yep. Thank you for ending it twice, though. Thank you so much to you, chat, for going on that wild ride with us, with all these wonderful people. We're gonna have them go in reverse order, and let so starting back up with you, Vanna, and let us know where you are on the internet, and if you have any streams, whatever you've got going on, whatever you want to push. Like, let us know where to find you on the internet if you want to be found.
If you want to be found.
It's always an option.
Horrifying. My name is Vanna. You can, my pronouns are she, her. You can catch me at twitch.tv/Vanna. That's VANA, or on the most social media. I don't know what the new ones are, and I'm not going to chase them. So, but on the other ones, the pre-existing ones, Havana Rama, HAVANA. I stream video games full time. I also do tabletop content over on my channel. And the big tabletop thing we got going on this week is we have episode 2 of Apocalypse Keys on Sunday. And that's going to kick off at 7 p.m. Eastern. So tune in for that. It's a great game about big badass monsters with big sloppy feelings, trying to figure out the mystery of a parasitic library that is stealing memories, information, and more. So yeah, tune in for that. That's me.
Beautiful. That sounds awesome. All right, Porno, where can we find you?
Thank you. So I'm Purna. I'm not normally like this. You can find me on the internet at Purna Mazumdar, on Twitter for however long that lasts. I write and edit TTRPGs. I do some voiceover work, and despite what today's stream might tell you, I'm decent at organizing things, so do some project management. I also recently published my first game called A Stitch in Time as part of Pocket Quest, DTRPGs thing. I'm very excited, and it's a GM-less 2-player game that is played as 2 chronostellar cartographers trying to restore Phantom Islands back to reality through letters. So if you're someone who is a nerd or a fan of epistolary or a fan of stitching reality back together, then 100% check it out, please. Yeah, that's me.
Sounds so dope. Okay, awesome. Gotta get it. All right, and Josh, thank you.
Yeah, I might be looking for the link for that game like right now. I'm Josh. I run IntelliGame, where we learn about ourselves through good discussion about games. So you can catch me on Twitch at twitch.tv/IntelliGame, Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, starting at 9 a.m. Pacific time. Also have been trying to do more YouTube things, because I guess, diversifying platforms is the name of the game. So yep, youtube.com/IntelliGame. And we're currently playing Control on stream, and the game is heckin' good. It is a third-person action adventure kind of paranormal game. We play as a woman who has found her way to the Federal Bureau of Control, trying to find out what's happened to her missing brother. And yeah, it's real solid. So yeah.
Excellent. And I have been, thank you again so much, the 3 of you. I super appreciate you joining us. I know it's a fun show to be on, but also, or sorry, it's a fun time for me to have new people on the show and get to experience it with them. Sorry, let me put these words and y'all.
You're like, you're welcome.
And yes, it was a fun time for you as well. No, And thank you, chat again. I'm Jen Vaughn. As you know, or as you might know, my latest book just came out, Girls Make Movies, written by Mallory O'Meara, a legally distinct, choose your own path nonfiction adventure about film and all the jobs you can have in it from the lens that, they're all women and femme presenting people in the book. It's for anyone that enjoys film, learning how things work. If you like to make reels or make TikTok, boom, that's for you. If you've got a creative kid in your life, you should get it. I'm also the game designer over at Orphanage by Studio Black Flag, so please wish list it on Steam if you are into dystopian cyber trash colony sims using orphans and friendship. And you can catch me on Tuesdays, currently over on the D20 Dames Twitch channel. We're in between our podcast right now, but I'm playing games in French to work on my French, and probably be playing more Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego or Mais où c'est caché, Carmen Sandiego from 1990, which is quite a trip. So thank you so much to Kristine and to Fawn, our producers. Please go follow Fawn at Fawn and Games. They always have some great stuff. And thank you to Daddy Pulpit and Papa Roll20 for all the love. And we'll see you next First Friday. Bisous. Oh,